Oh shit. What's happening? What's good? Ain't made a video like this in a minute. Just wanted to check in, but really I wanted to give a what I'm gonna give a message out. Yeah. This goes out to anybody who's a creative, anybody who is a creative, makes art any way, shape, or fashion, just anybody who's going through shit in life. Don't stop. You can't stop. Like it's easier said than done, but it's like that's really all you can do. But I'll say this is not strictly, but this will go specifically to like other creators, other creatives and shit. Like, um, if you're standing out, you're doing a good thing. If you're standing out, you're doing a good thing. See, most most people will chase trends. Most people will just copy what like everybody else is doing and shit. Just follow wave to wave and wave and shit. But it's like trends change over time. Shit changes over time. You feel me? Like no trend is going to be popping for no more than maybe like 2 or 3 years at the most. No style stays the same forever. We're constantly changing, we're constantly evolving and shit. So if you're constantly chasing a wave, if you're constantly chasing something that is going to change dramatically over time, you're never going to have no like stability. You're not going to have a foundation. You're not going to have roots. You feel me? You're not going to be stable. That's the best way to describe it, you know? So like if you're starting out or like not like even if you're at any point in your journey, like you just have to stay going, stay consistent and stay going because it can get rough. But understand if you see that you're doing something that nobody else is doing, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. No matter what people are saying, no matter um how many people are seeing it or whatever the audience size is, it doesn't matter. All that matters is as long as you're doing it and you're continuing to do it and you're learning with each rep, you're on the right track. You know, a lot of people, I think what it is with like chasing trends, people will do it to avoid the hard work. People will do it to avoid the uncomfortable shit. And my thing is like anybody can make it. Anybody can make it. Everybody can make it. Everybody has the potential, you know. Um, yeah, everybody has everybody has the potential to make it. It's not more so. I feel like it's not more so the action. It's just the endurance. It's a fucking it's a marathon. It's not a race, you know. And you're gonna go through a lot of ups and downs, but the more that you withstand, the stronger that you become. The more that you do it over time, you'll have no choice but to get better at it. See, the human brain is it's such an amazing thing where it's like you could just do anything, and the more reps that you put into it, you'll have no choice but to have it ingrained into your mind to where you know it by second nature. And that goes with anything, literally anything, like with our language. You know, the language that you hear in your household and then you go to school, you know, you hear everybody else speak, the language that you hear in your neighborhood over time, like, you know, we when we're babies, we don't know how to speak. We don't know how to talk. But over time you consistently hear people in your area in your community say words and these phrases, you just have no choice but to follow it because that's all that you're hearing and that's all that you know. And the more that it's repeated, the more that it stays in your head. That goes with anything. Like I say, my instance with music. Like I've been making beats since I was 20. I don't know why I had to pause to think like, oh, it was such a long time ago, but it kind of feels like it is because right now I'm 24 and it doesn't feel like a long time ago, but at the same time, it kind of does because it's like, dang, I can remember, like I'm in the studio right now that I built, you know, by myself. But I can remember when I first started out, I didn't have this laptop that I have right now. You know, I had some not dusty. I had some fucked up Dell laptop my uncle stole and gave to me and shit because I didn't have the money to pay for one at the time. Um, yeah, and when I was making beats on FL, I was just in my bedroom. I didn't have this space. I didn't have this room. I didn't have this desk. I didn't have this mic. I didn't have none of this shit. I didn't have none of this space for speakers or none. I literally just had my headphones. I didn't even have headphones at the time. I was on my laptop and I was on FL on my bed. That was it. And hearing my beats and shit from when I first started compared to now, it's like, dang, it took so long to get here. But then it's like, damn, I'm not even close to where I want to be yet. I'm not even close. I'm nowhere near. I feel like I ain't even scratched like the rest of my potential. But to look back and think like, dang, how far I came. And that came from, even though it's a short time span, all the reps that I took, like I was on that shit every single day, hours. Like that's all that I knew. You feel me? And same with, not even just the beats, but with the recording and the mixing and the engineering and understanding all of that shit. And I was just on that shit so much to where it's like, dang, like I already have the elite knowledge and shit. It's just, the experience, but that comes from the reps. And with the more reps that you do it over time, you'll have no choice but to get better. That's why I feel like it's important for other creators to understand, like, bro, don't think about where you're at right now. Also think about where you're gonna be, and also think about like how far you came or where you was, because I mean, shit, I'm glad I have the experience that I have right now at 24 versus somebody who say is just now starting at 24, and there's no knock at it because I feel like you can start at any time, any age, it don't matter. But I just be thinking like, fuck, I really saved myself a lot of shit because I'll be thinking like, dang, imagine if I didn't have, I just started right now, like, man. But that's like I said, that's not no knock to anybody who is just starting. I feel like if you want to do something, start it. Don't even wait. Just start it. Just start. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you are, what's going on. Just start it. Don't wait for permission because like no one's coming to get you. You kind of do have to build it on your own and just go from there. The ones that are above you, they're not looking down at you. They're not looking to come pick you up. So it's better if you just keep your head down and just stay going. Just keep it up. That's how I like to think. I'm 24 right now, and I'll be thinking, damn, my beat's hard as fuck. So imagine with the reps that I'm putting in and the effort that I'm putting in, I'd be like, dang, when I'm like 27, 28, I'm gonna really be cold. Shit, even when I'm like 26, next year when I'm 25, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be cold. I'm gonna be cold as fuck. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think too far ahead, but it's like I'm really right on time. And that goes for anybody else. Like, bro, there's no right or wrong time. Your time is your time. Your journey is your journey. Whatever stage you're at right now is where you're supposed to be for now. But as long as you keep putting the reps in, keep going, you'll have no choice but to get better. The more reps that your brain ingrains, the stronger that it holds. You feel me? Like with rap and hip hop music and all of this shit or music period, a lot of niggas like to put like the comparisons with rap and like basketball. You feel me? Like, because even in the lyrics, you can hear like a lot of rappers they make basketball references and shit. But see, really, if you want to be for real, the best analogy is like it's baseball. You know, it's really baseball. Like this, the batting cage, and every song you drop, every take you record, every beat you make, every mix you tweak, every whatever. Like I said, I'm speaking for music, but this goes with any type of art, anybody who's in any type of creative space. Like the more that you drop, those are your swings. You feel me? You have to keep swinging. You're gonna miss every single time. You're not gonna miss every single time, but you're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna miss a lot because they pitcher throwing a fastball, curveball, 90 miles an hour. Like you're not gonna hit every single time. But you can't score a home run if you stop swinging. You feel me? And then no, also don't get mad if you hit and it's not a home run. You might hit and be able to only make it the first. You feel me? Meaning like you drop and you may not have liked it that much, but you still drop. You feel me? So you just gotta keep swinging. That's it. I mean, you could tie it into any type of rap, any type of sport analogy, but baseball is definitely more of a mind game than it is like with basketball and football, I would say. And it's a test of endurance because you have to wait. You have to wait and you have to be patient. You have to stay going, stay consistent. It's gonna be nights where you swing and you don't get no hits. There's gonna be many nights like that. Then there's gonna be some nights where all you do is hit. You feel me? All you do is score. All you do is hit a grand slam. Like, you just got to keep it up. You just got to keep swinging. No matter what, you got to be in the batting cage. You got to be in the studio. You got to be in your creative space at all times. You have to adjust. You have to adapt. You know, you have to, not, you can't fold. You can't fold. It's mental. It's mental, especially like when you can see others. And that's the other thing too. You can't look too much you can't look at nobody else. You literally just have to look at yourself and stay in your lane because you don't know nobody else's type of story. It's easy to look at somebody who's popping right now and they like a year older than you, they're your age, they might even be younger than you, and you be like, damn, the first thing you be saying is, damn, I'm doing all of this shit. And this nigga already where I want to be. And I ain't there yet. And I done did all of this shit. I done went through all of this shit, but it's like you have no idea what he went through. You have no idea what he went through. You have no idea who he knows, what his connections are. You don't know how much money he got. You don't know shit. You don't know shit. All you can do, all you know is what you've been through and what you need. That's all that you know, and that's all that you can stick to. So I say that just to inspire anybody else maybe who may be on their creative path and having hard times because it's like it's tough, but it's a game of endurance. You gotta stay on it. So just stay strong and don't stop. That go to anybody for anything, not even just creativity. You just with anything, life, keep going, don't stop because you ain't no quitter.